So I got a question for y'all, right? Do y'all ever go back, if possible, if you have some, do you ever go back and look at like old Polaroid pictures? For those who don't know, skip past this part. Those of you who don't know what Polaroid pictures are. But for those of you who do you ever go back and look at them? Do they not all just look kind of like creepy to you? Does it not, or is it just me? Maybe it's just me. But Polaroid pictures, even though I know the picture that I could be looking at could be the most innocent picture ever, it's just the fact of that Polaroid look. Now, some people still love that Polaroid look. Like when those cameras came out not too long ago that give you that old school Polaroid look that you can take the picture and it, print them out, and they come like a little smaller than the actual big Polaroids used to look. But to me, it just looks creepy. It looks creepy. You know what I mean? But anyway, this next video we're going to get into, man, speaking of crazy photos, this is 20 rare historical photos that scientists can't explain. Smash that like button for me. Let's get to the video.
Many strange things in history show us that sometimes reality can be stranger than fiction. In this video, we'll take a look at some of the most mind-boggling photos that continue to baffle experts from all around the globe. From a strange spaceman to strange alien lights, here are 20 rare historical photos that scientists cannot explain. Number 20. Solway Firth Spaceman. This photo takes us back to 1964 in Cumbria, England. Jim Templeton, a firefighter and amateur photographer, went out with his daughter Elizabeth to the scenic Solway Firth. Little did they know that this leisurely day trip would forever etch their names into the annals of conspiracy theories and paranormal records. As Jim Templeton captured an innocent picture of his daughter in a serene field, little did he expect a mysterious figure to photobomb their moment. Upon developing the film, Templeton discovered the ghostly presence of what appeared to be a figure clad in a white spacesuit-like outfit standing ominously behind Elizabeth. This inexplicable image soon found its way into local newspapers and subsequently garnered widespread attention. The Solway Firth Spaceman, as it came to be known, sparked dozens of speculation and theories, captivating the imaginations of many. Was this an extraterrestrial visitor? An encounter with a time traveler? Or perhaps an elaborate hoax? Even the authorities couldn't resist getting involved.
Elaborate hoax back then? Photoshop wasn't just readily available for everyone, so I wouldn't necessarily say that. I would pose the question about cameras. Do you think cameras have the ability to, when it takes a picture, to capture the other side? Another dimension, another world, extraterrestrials, anything? Is the camera, like, should we pay more attention to cameras? Maybe that's the answer of how we know there's other life forms or something like that, or the dead is moving amongst us. I think we need to start paying more attention to cameras, man.
With the local police and Kodak company conducting investigations of their own, eager to put an end to the mystery of the photograph. Experts tried analyzing the photograph, but no one could determine how the spaceman ended up in it. Templeton steadfastly maintained that he did not see the figure while taking the photograph, and vehemently denied any involvement in a hoax. Kodak even confirmed that the image had not been tampered with, ruling out double exposure or manipulation. Over the years, various hypotheses have surfaced, attempting to unravel the mystery behind the Solway Firth Spaceman. Some speculate that the figure could be a member of Templeton's family, caught at an odd angle, while others insist it must be an otherworldly presence. And so, the enigma persists to this day. Number 19.
See, we like to say that, oh, it's like if you're sitting in a house and the door just creak open and it open up, and you'd be like, oh, that's just grandma, or that was just whoever, a person that might have passed that, you know what I mean, was a relative of yours that watched over you all the time, you know what I mean? Queen likes to say, or my son likes to say, that's my mom. If the door just randomly opens, they'll look at me and be like, your mom's here. Like, I hate it when they do that to me. I hate it, but you know what I mean? So maybe the camera's able to capture that type of stuff to reassure you who it is that's around you. I still don't like it though.
Goddard Squadron. In every organization and in every class, taking a group photo is an important thing. But what if the group photo includes people who were never meant to be there? What if the group photo shows those who were meant to be in the realm of the dead? This is the Goddard Squadron photo, and to this day, it remains one of the most unusual photos in the world. World War I, 1919, and we have Goddard Squadron, a group of brave British airmen. One day they gathered for a group photo. Among them is Freddie Jackson, a mechanic. Unfortunately, tragedy struck, and Freddie died just before the photo was taken. So how come the man was seen standing behind his peers when the photograph was developed? The squadron was floored. How could their departed comrade make an appearance in a photograph? Skeptics called foul play, suggesting it was a trick or a double exposure. But those who knew Freddie vouched for the authenticity of the image. They said it was definitely their fallen colleague, forever captured in that eerie snapshot. Number 18.
Wow.
The falling body on Cooper family photo. This photo was captured on a supposedly ordinary day. The Cooper family decided to take a photo in the living room. Mrs. Cooper's husband was eager to photograph the four, the two children, his wife, and the family's matriarch. The Cooper family, residing in Texas, moved into their new home with anticipation and excitement. Little did they know that a single click of the camera would forever change their lives. Their smiles illuminated the frame, radiating the joy of a life filled with promise. But when the film was developed, their joy quickly turned to sheer horror. There, in the background, an apparition materialized, a chilling figure that appeared to be falling or hanging from the ceiling. It was said that the story of the Cooper family is nothing but a made-up explanation for this image. It emerged years after the haunting image had already captivated countless individuals across the internet. So what really happened in this image? Unfortunately, the true origin of the photo remains a puzzling enigma. The alleged Cooper family in the photo, seemingly from the 1950s, exists as a mere assumption. Some claim that the photograph was...
I ain't gonna say. Y'all know what I'm thinking. You're thinking the same thing too. Y'all know it. Think about the times we were in back then. Those times. Yeah. Let's keep going.
Digitally manipulated. But others believe the Cooper ghost photo is one of the most authentic examples of paranormal activity being captured on camera. Number 17.
The ghost of what is the question? Yeah.
Hipster time travel. It's 1941 in Canada, and a crowd gathered for the grand reopening of the South Fork Bridge. Cameras flash, excitement fills the air, and everything seems normal until you spot him. Amidst the sea of 40s fashion, one man stands out like a sore thumb. His attire and gadgets look out of place. Is this guy a time traveler? Decked out in a dark t-shirt, hooded zip jumper, and shades straight out of a modern blockbuster, this guy looks like he just stepped out of a time machine. What's more, he's holding something odd. Is that a portable camera he's casually holding? Yeah, cameras like that weren't supposed to exist until the 80s. But surprise, surprise, Kodak had some portable models back in 1941. While everyone around him wore tailored suits, our mysterious time traveler sports a printed t-shirt representing the Montreal Maroons hockey team. Conspiracy theorists and skeptics have their own theories regarding the odd one out. Is this guy really a time traveler? Or just a man who has a fashion sense that's a little too advanced for his time? Some argue that protective sunglasses and cool gadgets like portable cameras did exist back then, shutting down any claims of time traveling. However,
what about the sports team? And then if you're looking at the photo, either somebody did a really, really good job of photoshopping this in, or you got the sun beaming on his neck just like everybody else. The sun from the shades. You got this little triangle corner here, right here. Like, he's fit in there. Like, I don't know. It looks authentic. It looks authentic. Even this lady here, I can't really tell or make out if she's trying to look at him or not. Is she? Is she weirded out by him too? I mean, everybody else got suits on and he just shows up. Is she looking at him? Because nobody else is looking at her for me to say, okay, oh, she's communicating with one of these ladies right here. But no. It's kind of like she saw him coming. Something not right.
Down, this enigma remains unsolved, and many believe that a time traveler was really captured in the photo. Number 16. Carl Tanzler and his human doll. Carl Tanzler, a German-born radiology technician was captivated by the enchanting Elena Helen Milagro de Hoyos, a young Cuban-American woman who sought medical treatment in Florida during the 1930s. From the moment Tanzler laid eyes on her, he was consumed by an inexplicable infatuation. Many claim that this desire pushed Tanzler to do the unimaginable thing he did 2 years after her death. Despite Tanzler's best efforts to save her, Elena tragically succumbed to tuberculosis. However, it wasn't the end for Tanzler. With his medical expertise and undying devotion, Tanzler meticulously reconstructed Elena's remains, turning her into a life-size doll. He used wires, wax, and cloth to recreate her physical form, ensuring she would forever remain by his side. For years, Tanzler lived a surreally macabre existence with his human doll, even going as far as dressing her in fine clothing and adorning her with wigs. He spent countless hours talking to her, believing that their bond transcended the barriers of death itself. But of course, what Tanzler did wasn't left undiscovered. This eerie tale of devotion and obsession only came to light when Tanzler's secret was discovered. No one could comprehend how Tanzler stomached sleeping next to a rotting corpse. Many even questioned Tanzler's sanity. Many were horrified by what Tanzler did, but many also pitied the man. After all, no DNA was found in the corpse, and it seemed that Tanzler really saw Elena's doll as a companion.
This sounds real Norman Batesy. That's all I'm gonna say. This sounds real Norman Batesy. Like he was the movie. He was the character that the show and the movie Psycho was created around. This dude here, he sounds like he's the real Norman Bates. I'm just saying.
Companion. Number 15. The Babushka Lady. November 22nd, 1963. The world was shaken by the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy in Dallas, Texas. One of the many mysteries surrounding the case is the existence of the Babushka Lady. It was only natural that photographs surfaced shortly after the assassination, and it was among these pictures that the public spotted a strange woman, the Babushka Lady, in multiple photographs and films during the crucial moments surrounding Kennedy's assassination. She wore a headscarf resembling the traditional attire of elderly Russian women, hence the nickname Babushka, meaning grandmother. But what makes her so intriguing is her presence at such a pivotal historical event and the mystery that surrounds her identity. The Babushka Lady was seen near the grassy knoll, the infamous location where conspiracy theories suggest a second shooter may have been. However, despite her proximity to the assassination, no clear images or footage have surfaced showing her face. This has fueled endless speculation and conspiracy theories over the years. Who was she? What was she doing there? And most importantly, why has she remained so elusive? Some theories propose that she was a government agent, a witness, or a time traveler, but the lack of concrete evidence left the Babushka Lady's presence an enigma. One theory suggests that the Babushka Lady may have been a harmless amateur photographer documenting the event. However, despite the countless images taken that day, none have been linked to her. Some believe that she may possess crucial photographic evidence that could shed light on the events of that fateful day. But until she comes forward or is identified, it remains pure speculation. It's worth noting that numerous eyewitnesses reported seeing the Babushka Lady in the aftermath of the assassination. Some recall seeing her filming the scene with a movie camera, which is odd. However, despite their testimonies, no film attributed to her has ever surfaced, further deepening the mystery. The search for the Babushka Lady has persisted for decades. Over the years, investigators, journalists, and researchers have tirelessly examined every possible lead to uncover her identity. Some have suggested that she may have intentionally concealed her identity to protect herself or her loved ones. Others believe she may have passed away, taking her secrets to the grave. Number 14. SS Watertown Faces. It was December 1925, and the SS Watertown traversed the vast Pacific Ocean. Among the crew are two brave seamen, James Courtney and Michael Meehan, task interior cofferdam. Led with cleaning and repairing the ships, little did they know that lurking within this confined space was a deadly poisonous gas slowly seeping in. Tragically, Courtney and Meehan succumbed to the poisonous fumes, and their lives were cut short in a heartbreaking accident. Cody Taviola, another crew member on the ship, tried rescuing his companion. Without hesitation, Taviola squeezed himself into the narrow 20-inch diameter pipe 3 times to rescue his fallen comrades. Despite his courage and valiant efforts, it was too late. Courtney and Meehan had already succumbed to the lethal gas. Exhausted and overwhelmed by the traumatic experience, Taviola emerged from the pipe, collapsing upon resurfacing. It took the crew a nerve-wracking 30 minutes to revive him, and Taviola had a quick brush with death. Over the ensuing weeks, the ghostly faces would reappear in the water, haunting the crew with their ghastly faces. Astonishingly, the crew managed to capture a photograph of these apparitions, a chilling memento that would leave a lasting impression on all who beheld it. Number 13. Ghost Pilot. Sometime in 1987, a plane enthusiast named Mrs. Sayer decided to have a little fun during a visit to an airfield in England. After admiring a plane, she decided to take a photo of her sitting in the cockpit. Little did she know, her photo op would become a dreadful encounter. Mrs. Sayer swears up and down that no one, absolutely no one, was sitting beside her in the pilot's seat. What's strange, however, is that when she developed the photo, she found a peculiar figure right next to her. Paranormal experts immediately asked Mrs. Sayer about her experience, and the woman claimed she recalled feeling an icy breeze tickling her spine, even though it was a scorching hot day. Now here's where the story gets more interesting. The aircraft had a history. It saw action in the Falklands War, but we can't confirm if any pilots met their unfortunate end. So who could this apparition be? A fallen hero? A mischievous spirit? Or maybe just a confused tourist who took a wrong turn from the afterlife? Or is it nothing out of the ordinary, and it's just a trick of the eye?
What is it about pilots from the war that constantly showed up in photos back then? This isn't the first time. In another video, in a extraterrestrial, like, paranormal video I just watched a little while ago, they were talking about a pilot, and they were going down this dark road, and they were saying stories were showing they saw this man standing on the side of the road, and then when they doubled back, he was gone. And the stories were from around that area was a war pilot who had crashed and could be seen, as stories were told. He was often seen in that area. What is it about those war pilots, man? Maybe they trying to tell us something and communicate.
Number 12. Time Traveler on Beach. Now here's another time traveler photo. It was a sunny day at the beach in Cornwall in September 1943. Amidst the joyful crowd of beachgoers, one person seems strangely out of place. Dressed in a brown suit, this individual appears captivated by an object in their hand that resembles a modern-day smartphone. How could that happen? Is this man really a time traveler?
There's a lot of people out there in like suits though, so if you ask me, everybody's weird.
Jumping to conclusions, let's explore the different theories surrounding this enigmatic figure. Some believe that this photo is undeniable proof of time travel, while others find the idea utterly ridiculous. Skeptics suggest that the person could simply be rolling a cigarette, while some believe that the man must have just been adjusting his watch. But
look, I count several people. I got the wrong mouse. This lady right here has on a dress. This man sitting in this chair looks like he has on a suit. This man right here has on suit just minus the jacket. He got the hat on. This man right here has a suit on. So what are we saying right now? I think this is just, I don't know, this was just a normal beach attire back then. It's all I'm seeing.
Here's where it gets really intriguing. This isn't the only instance of a potential time traveler caught on camera. There have been claims of individuals appearing in photographs from different eras, donning clothing and accessories far ahead of their time. Is it possible that these are genuine glimpses into the phenomena of time travel? While we can't say for sure, it's undeniably fascinating to ponder the mystery surrounding us. Could it be that time travelers are weaving through the fabric of our history, leaving subtle hints and clues for us to discover? Or are these instances simply the result of coincidences and misinterpretations? Number 11. Hook Island Monster. It's the 1960s off the coast of Australia when a group of adventurous divers stumbled upon something bizarre lurking beneath the waves. Legend has it that these divers encountered a mysterious and fearsome creature, often described as a monstrous aquatic being resembling a cross between a giant tadpole and a prehistoric dinosaur. Imagine their shock. They witnessed the otherworldly entity swimming in the depths below. It sent shivers down their spines, and it continues to captivate the imaginations of conspiracy theorists to this day. Now, skeptics may argue that the Hook Island monster was nothing more than a product of overactive imaginations or a case of mistaken identity. After all, the ocean is full of strange and beautiful creatures, and the mind can play tricks on us in moments of excitement. But let's not dismiss the allure of the unknown so quickly. Could there be undiscovered creatures lurking in the vastness of the oceans, evading our scientific grasp? The depths of our planet's waters remain largely unexplored, leaving room for countless mysteries to thrive. Perhaps the Hook...
And I think as long as meteors keep hitting the water coming from space, we're going to continue to see different, strange, abnormal, rare, all kind of different creatures in the ocean, bro. You know what I mean? We're going to continue to see that.
Hook Island monster is one of those mysterious beings, a denizens of the deep that defies explanation. Number 10. The Bowtail Ghost. In 1996, a snap taken at Tombstone, Arizona's Boot Hill Cemetery became an online sensation. In the foreground, we have a classic cowboy donning all the Wild West gear you'd expect, but it's not his rugged charm that steals the show in this black and white picture. No. It's the bizarre sight of a man's torso rising from the soil behind him. To this day, we still don't have any conclusion as to whether this photograph shows an actual ghost or just a mangled mannequin that was misplaced. Number 9. Blanche Monier. In the depths of darkness and human suffering lies the haunting tale of Blanche Monier. Locked away in a small, filthy room for a staggering 25 years, her existence hidden from the world, her voice silenced. Blanche's story is one of unimaginable cruelty and isolation. Born into privilege in 19th century France, her family tragically confined her, their motives clouded in secrecy. The details of her long confinement are harrowing as she withered away, her mind and body deteriorating in the confines of her secret prison. The discovery of Blanche's plight, a shocking revelation to the outside world, exposed a dark underbelly of human nature and sparked outrage. Number 8. Hesteland Lights. Nestled in the remote Hesteland Valley in Norway, these inexplicable lights have defied all explanations. Witnessed by countless individuals, these glowing orbs dance across the night sky, their origins shrouded in mystery. Since their first reported sightings in the 1980s, the Hesteland lights have captivated researchers from various disciplines, including physics, geology, and meteorology. The lights often occur in conjunction with seismic activity and fluctuations in the Earth's magnetic field. Additionally, their characteristics, such as their ability to change color and shape, challenge traditional explanations. Even with numerous hypotheses proposed, from plasma discharges to atmospheric anomalies, no definitive answer has emerged. Despite rigorous scientific investigations, the Hesteland lights continue to elude understanding. Are they alien lights or something completely natural? Number 7. Falcon UFO. In the annals of UFO encounters, there are few incidents as bizarre and unsettling as the Falcon UFO incident. What makes this encounter genuinely remarkable is the impact it had on the victims involved. On a seemingly ordinary day in the quiet town of Falcon, Colorado, something extraordinary occurred. Multiple witnesses reported a mysterious craft hovering in the sky. The object, described as disc-shaped and glowing with an otherworldly aura, sent shivers down the spines of those who beheld it. But it was the aftermath of the encounter that truly shocked the community. However, the witnesses soon found themselves experiencing inexplicable symptoms. Severe headaches, debilitating nausea, and unexplained bruises plagued them, leaving them physically and emotionally scarred. The Falcon UFO incident was not just a fleeting sighting for the victims. It was...
See, that makes me pose the question. How many people you think are walking around who've been abducted and don't even know it? How many people? You ever thought about that? Now you can. I'm glad I was able to plant that seed inside of you. Like, how many people do y'all think? I think it's a lot. I think it's a lot. It could be one of us. We don't even know.
It's a life-altering event. As news of the incident spread, many became curious about it. Experts scrambled to find rational explanations, but their efforts fell short in the face of such enigmatic phenomena. Yet, the truth remains elusive. What was the purpose of the craft? Who or what was behind its appearance? And perhaps, most importantly, why did it leave such a lasting mark on those who witnessed it? Number 6. Ghostly image at Hampton Court. Now, this is a pretty intriguing story. You probably know about the Hampton Court Palace, the magnificent Tudor castle near London. Well, a security camera caught something strange near its vicinity. Could it be a ghost or something else? According to Vicky Wood, the palace spokesman, the image they released is not a Christmas hoax. They're genuinely puzzled about who or what the figure in the photo might be. One of the palace security guards, James Fawkes, described the moment as incredibly eerie. With a haunted history and sightings of ghostly figures, the palace is buzzing with speculation. So what do you think, folks? A trick of the light or genuine ghostly visitor? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Number 5.
Visitor.
Nina Kulagina, the Soviet Psychokinetic. It was the Cold War era, and amidst the political tension, a woman named Nina Kulagina emerged as a unique figure in the Soviet Union. Known for her alleged psychokinetic powers, she captured the attention of scientists and skeptics alike. Now let's be clear, we won't be hyping up her story with unnecessary theatrics. Instead, we'll present the facts, letting you decide what to make of this intriguing phenomena. Nina Kulagina claimed to be able to move objects with her mind, a power known as psychokinesis. Through a series of experiments conducted in the 1960s and 1970s, she stunned researchers with her alleged demonstrations of bending spoons, levitating small objects, and even influencing the movement of compass needles. But here's the catch. Unlike some sensationalized portrayals, Kulagina's abilities were met with skepticism, and scientists sought to examine her powers under controlled conditions. They meticulously documented her sessions, observing her interactions with various objects and measuring any potential energy emissions. However, it's essential to mention that Kulagina's abilities were not without controversy. Some critics claimed that her demonstrations could be attributed to clever sleight of hand or misinterpretation of natural phenomena. Number 4.
See? And even though people are scared, turn on the show Who's Got Talent, America's Got Talent, or whatever the show's name is. You'll see some crazy stuff. Like, you seen that guy who was able to contort his body and walk, like, bend over like this, climb up on a desk, do all different kind of things, contort it. And then he went on to be in, like, horror movies or something like that. Y'all remember him? Like, nobody would ever think that type of stuff is possible until you see it. Like, man, I wish I knew that dude's name. So for y'all that don't know what I'm talking about, can go look at it. Like, he was real, like, you talk about people that are just double jointed. He was like something worse than that. The what he could do with his body. So seeing stuff like that, some people can do that type of stuff, man. Seriously.
The Black Knight. Imagine, if you will, a dark object silently orbiting our planet, defying explanation and baffling scientists and conspiracy theorists alike. This mysterious satellite, affectionately known as the Black Knight, has sparked countless theories and speculation about its origin and purpose. The story of the Black Knight satellite dates back to the 1950s, when an unknown object was detected by amateur radio operator Duncan Lunan. It wasn't until 1960 that the satellite's existence gained widespread attention. Numerous reports of a mysterious object in polar orbit transmitting unusual radio signals began to surface. The enigma deepened when the U.S. Department of Defense publicly announced the discovery of an unidentified object in orbit around Earth. Speculation ran rampant. Was it a relic from an ancient civilization? Or perhaps an extraterrestrial artifact? The Black Knight satellite became a focal point for conspiracy theories, with some claiming it was of extraterrestrial origin, while others argued it was a secret government project. Its sleek black exterior and unusual orbit only fueled the intrigue surrounding its purpose and the entities responsible for its creation. Over the years, numerous photographs and alleged sightings of the Black Knight satellite have emerged. However, due to the limitations of technology and the secretive nature of its alleged controllers, concrete evidence has remained elusive. Some photographs depict an amorphous black object, while others reveal strange structures and shapes. Number 3. Geophone Rock Anomaly. It was the last flight of Apollo 17, and it was heading toward the moon. It was then that near the Geophone Rock, a peculiar image was captured. An image initially labeled by NASA as a blank image. But if you look at the image closer, you can see in the lunar landscape what looks like pyramids. NASA never provided a credible explanation for this captivating photograph. Determined to unveil the truth, researchers took matters into their own hands, applying advanced noise reduction techniques and
That's the only way we're gonna know if researchers take it into their own hand, because I feel like they keep so much stuff from us. Don't y'all? Y'all agree? I agree. Y'all agree too. Yeah.
Picking up the contrast, they peeled back the veil of ambiguity, and lo and behold, the enhanced photo revealed the existence of pyramid-like structures scattered across the moon's terrain. But that's not all. Careful scrutiny of the image brings another curious sight to light. Nestled in the bottom left corner, a bar-like structure makes its presence known. Catalogued as AS17-135-20680, this photograph holds a place in the vast NASA multimedia library alongside other awe-inspiring visuals from the Apollo 17 mission. Yet, despite its significance, the scientific community remains hesitant to provide a definitive explanation for these pyramid structures etched on the lunar landscape. Number 2. Worstead Church Ghost. In the 1830s, the villagers of Worstead couldn't help but gossip about a ghostly apparition known as the White Lady. Legend has it that she pops up every Christmas Eve at the stroke of midnight inside St. Mary's Church. Spooky, right? Now fast forward to one fateful Christmas Eve. This bold dude is hanging out with his buddies at the King's Arms pub, boasting about how he ain't afraid of no white lady. He even goes as far as challenging her, claiming he'll ring in the birth of Christ himself to prove his fearlessness. So, off he goes toward the church, leaving his pals waiting to hear those bells chime, ringing in Christmas. But guess what? No sound. Nada. Zilch. Worried sick, his friends rush to find him and discover the poor guy collapsed in the bell chamber, totally freaked out. With his last breath, he mutters, "I've seen her." Now, let's fast forward again, but this time to 1975. The White Lady decided it was time for a comeback, and she had proof this time, a photograph. It was a summer's day when Diane Berthelot and her family paid a visit to the lovely village of Worstead. They had no clue about the whole ghost thing. Seeking refuge from the blazing heat, they stepped into the old church. Mrs. Berthelot, feeling a bit under the weather with an ear infection, decided to say a little prayer for some relief. Now here's where it gets interesting. Unbeknownst to her, her sneaky husband Peter snaps a picture of her during her serene moment. The White Lady herself decides to make a surprise appearance in the photo. And now it's time for today's topic. There are many rare historical photos that scientists can't explain, but perhaps this is the most puzzling out of all of them. There are speculations that this photo was captured in a remote location in Asia. No one knows any other information about this photo, but many speculate that there's something strange going on about this unknown settlement. Here, you can see a photo of what looks like aliens with humans. It seems like a peculiar combination.
I ain't never been more sure of a photo being photoshopped than this one right here. I feel like this one is photoshopped. I feel like these are either filters or just some type of Photoshop pictures in this. I definitely feel that way. I've never been so sure in my life.
Nation, doesn't it? Well, some believe this is nothing but a hoax. After all, it's not hard to obtain costumes, but some believe that these quote-unquote extraterrestrials are doing something strange. Rumors about weird rituals and human sacrifices revolve around this photo. To this day, we still don't know the truth behind this picture. Number 1. Phoenix Lights. The year was 1997, and on a clear March evening, something extraordinary unfolded in the skies above Phoenix, Arizona. Thousands of witnesses, from residents to police officers, reported seeing strange lights hovering in the night sky. What made this sighting even more astonishing was the sheer scale of the phenomena, a massive V-shaped formation spanning several miles. Some witnesses described the lights as a solid, otherworldly craft, while others perceived them as a series of individual orbs. The sightings lasted for hours, captivating the attention of an entire city and leaving an indelible mark on the collective consciousness. In the aftermath of the event, countless theories emerged to explain the Phoenix Lights. Skeptics dismissed it as mere flares or military exercises, while others proposed extraterrestrial origins. Despite investigations by officials and attempts to provide rational explanations, the true nature of the Phoenix Lights remains elusive. What sets this incident apart is not just the sheer number of witnesses, but also the credibility of those who observed the event firsthand. Witnesses included pilots, police officers, and professionals from various fields, all left scratching their heads and searching for answers. Skeptics argued that the lights could be attributed to a phenomenon called light refraction, or even mass hysteria.
What is that?
However, many of those who experienced the event maintained that what they saw defied conventional explanations. Which of these unexplained photos in
Y'all believe that? Me neither. Me neither. Me neither. Listen, man, y'all get at me in the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought of some of these strange and rare historical photos, man. Spam that like button on your way out. It's your boy L. Stick around and stay tuned. Till next one, I'm gone. Peace.